Thank you, Madam President. I rise tonight to recognise an important occasion, and that is that it's National Volunteers Week as well as Wear Orange Wednesday. As members will know, I'm not a great believer in days of observance because we observe something different every day. But volunteers are an important aspect of our community. So National Volunteer Week runs from Monday the 18th of May till Sunday the 24th of May. And this year the theme is Changing Communities, Changing Lives. Volunteering is a significant part of the social fabric of Australia and indeed regional and remote Australia. Madam President, in 2016 when the ABS last did their census, they released some statistics in relation to volunteering, and they are 1 in 5 people volunteer, or 20% of the population, and of those 21% are women and 17% are men. People in rural areas are far more likely to volunteer than people in urban areas, 21.4% to 17.7%. And some rural areas have extremely high rates of volunteering. Madam President, in my electorate, some towns, such as Lake Grace, has a volunteering rate of 49.7%, Dowran 47.8%, Coolin 46.6%, and the soon-to-be-returned town of Jerramungup to the agricultural region is 43.5%. These 4 communities rank in the top 10 in Australia in percentage of volunteers. Madam President, I'm sure all members in this place will recognise the value of volunteering in their community, and particularly those, as I said, who represent regional and remote electorates. The fact is that without volunteers in our communities, there would be services that are delivered today that would not be delivered tomorrow. In my community alone, only a small community, we have the Volunteer Fire and Rescue Service, the Volunteer Bushfire Service, the St John Ambulance Service, we have NRM and Landcare volunteers, Red Cross, we have volunteers that run our charity store, we have our P&C Association at the District High School, we have numerous sporting clubs and their volunteers, we have wildlife carers, we have Lions and service clubs, we have our Community Resource Centre volunteers, a very important hub in regional communities, we have our Museum and Historical Society, we have Scouts Playgroup, and I'll never let down if I forgot our local CWA ladies. And these volunteers just in a small community make such a big contribution. That contribution has been quantified by the Department of Communities in information published on their website. The WA volunteers donate approximately 16 hours of time per month, equating to 315 million hours each year. Now, they estimate that the economic benefit of that volunteering is greater than $39 billion, which is a figure, when my office pulled that out for me, was quite surprising. I mean, $39 billion a year in economic contribution from volunteers, that's larger than the annual state budget. And so today, I want to rise in the Legislative Council and recognise the many volunteers in all their forms, in all of our communities, and the work that they do day in, day out to make our communities in Western Australia the place that they are.